Hi everyone. So now welcome back to Advanced Programming Lab 4. Okay, so in this lab, we are going to look at the inheritance. Okay, so we will look at this UML diagram. We have a very abstract one, the account. So the account will have three variables, which is number, name, and also the balance. Okay, and in the supplier account and also the customer account, they are share the same properties as this account. So this supplier account will have the number, name, and balance, but it will have the supplier type as well. Okay, so these all the methods that belong to this account class. You have the when you want to create an account, so you pass in the number, name, and also the balance. Okay, you can get the number, set number, get name, set name. You can get the balance. Okay, so since this is like the you're going to able to get the increased balance and also this decreased balance, then these two string methods. Okay, so this is the UML diagram of the account, supply account, and so the customer account. So in the next slide, we will look at the description. Okay, more detail of each of the class, what they do. All right, so the account class, we got the increased balance, right? So you will add the balance by the amount. If the amount is more than 0, then you will decrease the balance. You will deduct the amount, the balance by the amount. Okay, if the amount is more than 0, then what is the toString do? You return the string of account number, name, and the current balance of that account. Okay, and just now I said the supplier account is inherit from this account class, right? The supplier account, and we have a new variable type called supplier type. Okay, and this supplier type can have the value of VIP and normal. Okay, why we need to differentiate the VIP and normal? If the supplier is type of VIP, the supplier type is VIP, then you will add the balance by the amount times 2. Okay, or else the balance by amount, if it is normal, then your amount will be just whatever you key in, then it will just increase that amount. Okay, so you're going to compare the string whether this account is this type is belong to VIP or not. So it suggests you to use the equals method. Then you're going to have the supplier account is able to sell the item, so you increase the balance by the price times quantity. Okay, when they sell the item, then you're able to increase the balance. Then the toString is going to return the supplier type, either normal or VIP. Then it will return account number, name, and current balance. All right. Then for the customer account, they able to check the balance. Okay, check the balance. If the current balance is more than total, then it will return true, else it will return false. So the supplier account able to sell item. Now the customer account able to buy the item. So you call the check balance method first to check whether the account have the sufficient amount to buy some item. Okay, so you will reduce the balance by the price times the quantity. Okay, if you receive the payment, you add the balance by the amount. Okay, and then the toString, then this it will return the string of the customer account number, the name, and then it will return the balance as well. Okay, so this is the descriptions of this UML, the more detailed description of this UML diagram, right? So now let we do it step by step. So now we should start with the account class, right? So we are going to create this account class first. Then this supplier account, then it will extend the account class. Okay, so when you use extend, both of them have the same properties. Okay, they share the properties. Okay, this the supplier account have more properties. Okay, right. So let me go through it step by step in Eclipse, right? So let me look at this. I have the lab 4 project, so I'm going to have a new class again, and this class is called account. Okay, and just click on finish. So if you follow on the account class, what we will have, let me do it side by side. Okay, account class, what we will have the private, right? Private string number, and then we will have another private again, private string name. Okay, just some revisions. The minus or the negative sign is means of the private. Okay, and then if you see the plus sign, it means public, underline is mean static, if all in capital letters, that means final, right? So just a quick revision. So let me do another private string, what is that, balance. Okay, so now this is the first constructor. We should have the constructor public account. So we have the constructor, and this constructor, it should take in the string num, and then string name, and also the double. I'm sorry, this is not string balance, it's a double balance, right? Okay, double balance. Alright, so what we will do, when we have constructor, we will set the number, we will set the name, and the last one we will set the the last one we will set the balance equal to balance. Okay, we have the properly string, and then get number. Okay, let me do get the setter get number, and then this will actually return number, and then okay, we have the public void set number, and then we will have the string num. Okay, so number equal to num. Okay, so this is the settle, and then we have another getter for the name, public string get name, and then you will return the name, right? And then we have the public void set name, and you will take string name equal to and m, right? Okay, then the last one will get have the getters. Okay, the get balance. Okay, get balance. Okay, so you will return the balance. Oops, not public void, public double. Okay, then you will return the balance. Okay, and then now we got another increase balance, decrease balance, and also the toString. Okay, let me do that. Public increase balance, it will take in the double amount. Okay, if the amount is more than 0, then only we will, okay, balance plus equal amount. Okay, or else what we will do, we will throw the new illegal argument exception. Amount should be more than 0. Okay, and then what we will have next, we need to decrease the balance, right? We'll take in another amount. Okay, so if the amount more than 0, then what you will do, balance minus equal amount. Okay, then we will throw the amount should be more than 0, it's the same. Okay, and the last thing we'll do the toString. So this toString actually it will return string.format. Okay, you return what? Okay, return account number, right? Follow the description just now. You will return the account number is in the string, name is in a string as well, and also the current balance is okay, and this is in the float. All right, so we will return the first one is number, name, then we return the balance. Okay, so we are done with the account class. Okay, so this is the base of the account, and then now we will create the supplier account and also the customer account class. All right, let me have the new class again, supplier account. Finish. So what the supplier account will have, so this supplier account, it will extend what? Extend account. Right, so we have the private string. Okay, we've got a new variable, right? Private string, supplier type. Then we've got a constructor, public supplier account string num string nm double balance. Then we have this another string st num okay. So we call the super. Super is what? Super is the account. Okay, we inherit from the account, we call it super. Okay, and then we pass in the num and m and also the balance. Then now we got a new one for the supplier, right? So we have the set supplier type. We call pass in the st, so it's a supplier type. And then now, so we need to public get supplier type. So what it will return, okay, public string, public string. It will return what? Supplier type, right? Okay, and then we got a public void set supplier type. Then we will pass in a string. We call it st, and then what we will have is supplier type equal to st. Okay, we got the setter and getter ready. What we need next? We need the increase balance. Okay, because the increase balance is different, you're going to check whether the type is VIP or the normal, right? So we got public void increase balance. Let me check that. Okay, increase balance, and we will pass in the amount. Okay, so if the supplier type dot equals VIP, and then what it will do, you will call the super dot increase balance amount times 2. Okay, why you need to call super? Because it called the increase balance method from the account class. Okay, super is the parent class of the supplier account is account, right? So you call the super dot increase balance, so it called back this class. Okay, it will check if VIP, then it will come up here, check is amount more than 0 or not. If yes, then amounts times 2. Okay, it passed in the amounts times 2. Here need the amount, right? So it passed in the amounts times 2. Okay, or else what it will do, we will call the super dot increase balance, just pass in the amount, right? Then now we got the new thing, which is called the sell item. Okay, break void sell item. Okay, we got an integer with the quantity and also with the double of the price. Okay, then you will have the increase balance. Quantity times price, right? Okay, so now we got the okay. For this case, we does not need to call the super because supplier account, remember I say it have the same properties. So supplier account itself, it have the increase balance method. So you don't need to call the parent class. All right. Okay, you will pass in the quantity times price. Okay, right, let me continue with public void toString first. Okay, so what it will return, you will return string dot format. Okay, you will return the supplier. The first one you will return type. Okay, and the other one is the same, right? It will return the account number, name. Okay, so it will using back this. So you will get supplier type. Then the second string, you will call the super dot toString. Oh, sorry, it's return a string, it's not return a void, right? This whole thing is a string. Okay, supplier account. So what we need to do next is the customer account, right? Okay, so let me create a new class again. New class, and we have the customer account. And this customer account actually is extend from the account class, right? So we have the parents class. All right. So we will call the super. That means the super class, the parent class, which is the account, and we will pass in the num, name, and also the balance, right? But before that, sorry, we're going to create a constructor. Right, so the constructor is called public again, and customer account. So we're passing the string num, string name, and also the double balance. All right. So you call it super. Super, that means you call it account class, and then you pass in number, name, and also the balance from this parameter. Okay, and what we have. Oh, sorry, it's not this. Just now we look at the super already. Okay, the next thing is we have the check balance, right? Okay, so what is check balance going to do? With the public class, and this will return a boolean check balance, and it will pass in the double total. Okay, if you get balance, okay, you get balance is more than total, then what it will do, it will return true. Okay, because we got the balance to buy this thing. Okay, or else it will return what? It will return false, right? Okay, so this is the check balance, and what we'll have, we will have the buy item. So public void buy item. So we will take in the integers, the quantity, and also the double price of the item. Then what we'll do is double. Okay, we declare a total here. Then total equal to quantity times price. Okay, because we assume one time you only can buy one item. right? If the check balance, and you pass in the total. Okay, if the check is capital B, check balance, you pass in the total. Okay, if it does not specify any is equal true or what, that means when this statement is true, then it will do the decrease balance. Okay, it will do the decrease balance, and we will pass in the price times quantity. We want, okay, and then or else what we will do, we will throw the new illegal argument exception. Okay, fund insufficient. Okay, and what we have next is we're going to have the receive payment public void, and we're going to receive payment, and we'll pass in the double amount. Okay, so you will increase the balance, okay, with the amount. Then we will have the public, it will return a string, and this is called toString. Okay, so you return the string dot format, and what we will have, you will custom. So this is a customer account, and then we will have the string here. So the customer account actually get the same information as the superclass did, so we just call the superclass toString method to return the string. Okay, so yep, we're done with the account, the parent class, and also we're done with the supplier account, which is inherit from the parent class account. Also, this customer account is also inherit from the parent class account. Okay, so they have the same properties, just some they have their own method as well in their own class. Okay, like the buy item, receive payment, sell item. Okay, so what we need to do next, okay, oops, it's not this. Let me find this. We have what is that? Lab 4, right? Okay, so we're going to create build a main application called account test and test out your classes with below coding. So you're going to copy this coding, okay, to try out our class. Right, so just copy this. Okay, let me go back here, and we're going to have a new class. What class called? It called account test. Okay, we have the public static void, right, and you have just to paste it. Okay, what you need to do for this is syntax error on token expression. So public class account test, and you should have this. Yes, you should have this param argument. let me see. Aha. The account class, customer account class, and also the supplier account class. So we need a main method, okay, the application to test out this class. So we call it account test, and this must be included public void static main, so which is the main method. All right, so we're going to paste in this code, and we need to remove this because we are taking it in as a double, not as a string, right? So okay, let me explain what it did here. Now we're calling the account, the very base account, okay, very base account. So we name it as the ACC1, and we call it new. So we create a new instance object, new account, and first one you're going to pass in the number as a string A001, and you will pass in a name which is called Panasonic, and you pass in the balance it have is 0. All right, and then we have the supplier account. Okay, we call the supplier account as ACC1. So new instance object again, supplier account, you pass in the number as a string, name as a string, and then you pass in the balance, and the last one you pass in the account type, either VIP or normal. All right, and the last one you pass in, you create a customer account. All right, remember just now we are inside the supplier account, we able to sell the item. Okay, sell the item, you need to pass in the quantity and the price. Okay, so you call this SACC1 is a supplier account, and you call the method inside this class, which is the sell item, and you pass in the quantity and also the amount sell the item. And then the customer CACC1 is able to buy the item, okay, how many you want to buy, and also the price, okay, and it able to receive the payment as well. Okay, so after all this transaction, we are going to print out the account one, you call it to string, then we'll print out the detail. Okay, all these it will print out the details for you. Okay, and now we are going to look at with calling the toString and without calling the toString, what is the difference? All right, so let me try it out. Fund exception in shade, fund insufficient. Okay, you can see here we have the illegal argument exception already, and it throw it out fund insufficient. Okay, that's mean here we buy the item 7 times. Okay, because you can see we have the insufficient amount. All right, so we do this, we copy this, and we add here. It receives the payment of let's say another 1,000. Okay, let me run. You can see the account number A001, name is Panasonic, the current balance is 0. Okay, and then the supplier type is VIP, as account number is 001, name is John, and then the current balance is 1,160. Okay, and we have this normal 580. You can see actually the amount is double up, right? Okay, and this customer account 001, his name is Daniel, then the balance is 447.9. okay, after you buy the thing from the supplier, after you buy the item. Okay, first time we try out, you can see you get the insufficient balance, right? Okay, you try to buy 7 items, and per item is 250, and in the account you have 1,000 ringgit, so it's sufficient. So you can see when I calling the receive payment method, and receive another 1,000 ringgit, then it's solve the issue. Okay, so you can see actually have a toString, and if it does not call the toString, we have the same output, right? You can see we have the same output. Just now we look at print line with toString and without the toString method calling is have the same output. Why? Because when you call the print line, it automatically will find a toString method. Okay, if inside our class we have the toString method, let's say this object is one account one, we have our toString method, right? Okay, this account class we have the toString method. So whether we call the toString method or not, the print line itself will help you to call the toString method. Okay, if not, then it will find either the parent class have the toString method or not. If the parent class still does not have the toString method, then it will find a toString method from the code itself, help you to convert it to a string and then print it out for you. So why we get the same output whether we call it toString or not, we does not call it toString, is because the print line help us to call the toString automatically. So in every class we have our own toString method, right? Okay, so it will call that method to help it to print it out. All right, okay, so this is the why we get the same output, right? So in this recording section, we cover actually lab 4 and lab 5. If you look at the e-learn, we have lab 4 and lab 5 the same question. Okay, so we actually cover lab 4 and lab 5. In the next recording, I will cover the lab 6. Okay, what we will do, we will create a payroll system that using the polymorphism. So we understand what is the polymorphism in next class. Okay, so we will do it in the next class. Okay, so see you guys in next class.